How's everyone doing? I am Mobile Master Tech, and we are here at a Circle K in Summerfield, Florida. This site been a long time coming for Verizon. Now T-Mobile has upgraded this site for them quite some time ago. Verizon has finally come in and redid the whole thing, C-band, all that good stuff. T-Mobile's been upgraded for a while. You see Dish on the bottom, that's been there for a while. AT&T, very old equipment. It doesn't look, there's no permits in sight. I suspect this tower is going to be as is for a very long time, as usual in the case of AT&T in my county, with a measly 17 sites completed from AT&T, with over 60 something C-band sites from Verizon, and almost about very close to, I think, 82 for T-Mobile. With mid-band is literally no competition whatsoever. Is the T-Mobile Verizon race. The AT&T is basically excluded except in very particular areas. Not to say I haven't seen any. There will be some videos. I do have a few that I've caught, but like I said, there's only 17 total. And of the 17, only 14 of the sites have C-band, even though if you look at their coverage map, they will say they basically have more mid-band coverage than any carrier in the county, which is 100% false. It is false advertisement. I do not care about future coverage. All permits say there is no future coverage. There's no permits for it. They're lying. With that being said, let's go ahead and run speed tests, and we'll start with AT&T first to see if they have capacity on this site or if they're doing what they do best and pretty much lie about the coverage. So this site, the capacity, not bad actually. For mid-band only, I mean not mid-band, for low band only with LTE, not too bad. Right, the ping times are high as usual. And I'll switch the server to make sure, you know. So that's 142 for the down and 60 for the up. Now I just let the server do what it wanted to. It picked the server, and looks like Alpharetta, Georgia or something like that. I'm gonna try to pick the Gainesville server and see if it will connect. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, so the ping times are just as bad for Gainesville. So that's not a fluke. They just have terrible ping times. Gainesville is not, is, 40 miles north. It's the closest server of any carrier. The next closest server is in Orlando, and that's like 80 miles away. But not bad. The speeds are fine, at least on this particular sector. Now, we have... let's go ahead and put it in. Boy. I forgot the code. I think it's this one. Dish. You see Dish right here. The usual setup. You got N70, 25 megahertz. N66 was at 20, and then N71 at 10. The usual setup. Not bad at all. And speed tests on here shows a little over 300. We'll run another. Ping times a little higher than normal. Usually I say it hits about 40. This is pretty typical speeds for them. Yeah, 365, 15. This is very typical. dish what I see around the county. So it's pretty good. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into what we've come to see. Big dog Verizon Wireless. Now this site previously was a band 66, band 13 only site. Very old, very run down. As you can see, band 66, they gave it 20 megahertz on band 2. They gave it the 5 megahertz, the 10 megahertz on band 5, the extra 10 megahertz on AWS 3. So all of this is new. And that, that's already an additional 40 megahertz of spectrum that they already had. Now you can put, of course, C-band as well. And that's right there. This is the 140. So now they literally just added about 180 megahertz of additional spectrum to this site total that it didn't have before. And we'll run the speed test and see what happens. So this is on, I'm actually right now doing a trial of Verizon with the 100 megahertz, the 100 gigs of data that you get. And I can tell you from what I'm seeing versus Visible is a actually big difference on some sites. Some sites is the same, but then some sites the difference is massive. So I think Verizon throttles some of these sites with Visible customers, and then some of them they don't. Now, as you can see, the site newly upgraded, multi-gig right off the bat. Really cool to see. I love it. Fantastic. It's funny when I go to like coverage.com, it says AT&T is faster than Verizon in Marion County. I can tell you with absolute confidence that is not true. There must not be enough people using the site using that coveragemap.com on Verizon, because they have like 60 something C-band sites. AT&T only has 17. There's literally no way that that's true. And me, I've run the county. This county's massive, and you guys see it. I go all over the place in this county, and I can tell you with absolute confidence, AT&T is by far the slowest carrier. It's not even fair. Are they improving? Very slowly, very, very slowly. But they are improving. And then last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use T-Mobile. Now, I'm gonna have to pause the video because I do have to do a reset to get the full spectrum on T-Mobile, so I'll be back. All right, so we're back once again at the site. We do know T-Mobile, just like Verizon, is 100% multi. They've been multi for a while now. And yeah, very comparable speeds, a little bit faster than Verizon. Obviously, they do have, more spectrum. Verizon tops out between 180 and 190, depending on the configuration on NSA. And then T-Mobile comes in just on standalone alone. I believe they have 215 megahertz worth of spectrum going on, so very good speeds. Let's check that real quick. I forgot, sorry. 27 ping time, pretty typical of T-Mobile. They usually hover in the anywhere from, I've seen as low as 10, and 27 is pretty normal. I would say on average it's more like 20. Very good. Probably it's between them and Verizon who has the best ping times. They go tit for tat. Yeah, so 1.2 for the gigs and then 97.5 for the upload. Really good stuff. That is upload carrier aggregation for those wondering, and I can confirm that as well. I know some people wanted to know if the Galaxy could do upload carrier aggregation. Yes, it can. I want to say I've showed this in the video before, but for those who haven't seen it, I will try to catch it again. Let's catch that one more time. So you see right here where it's N25 right here, see that? Upload CA right there. All the other ones are turned off except for the main and that one. You see it went away when it was done. That is upload CA. And you see 111. If I turn off N25, it will use N71 instead, and the uploads will actually be even faster. And I can actually show you that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off N25. I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to run another test, and you're going to see that all of a sudden, you might see less on the downlink. Obviously, I turned off 10 megahertz, but you're going to see more uplink. See what I mean? And if you go over here, if I go fast enough, I don't know if I'm gonna catch it or not. Try. I missed it. So we'll do it one more time. But you see 140, and that's from because N71 has, you know, an extra 33% more spectrum to give, since it's 15 megahertz versus 10. I mean, excuse me, not 33. An extra 50% more megabits per second to give. So the uploads are going to look a lot nicer. Okay, let's see if we can get it going. Check it right there. See, now it's using that instead. I'd almost argue in the long run, it's probably better to leave N25 off and, you know, get slightly less downlink, but, you know, much better uplink than it is to have N25 going, because you're going to get slower uplink. Depends on, you know, your preference. It's cool though. And that should do it. Now I have on Verizon, if we're going back to Verizon, sorry for the longer video, but if we go back to Verizon, and I've been trying to see, you know, everybody's starting to report, oh, standalone. I cannot report that anywhere in my neck of the woods of Florida just yet. And I've even tried to force it to see if I can get it. And I'm going to try it right now. I'm going to see if I can maybe force it. I do see the standalone toggle, and it's on. So I feel like if it could do it, it would just do it. So I turned it off, LTE. And it's on NR only, and it's not wanting to connect. So I'm assuming that, yeah, no, see, no service. So it's definitely not on, and this is not visible. This is, you know, Verizon's actual network. So we don't have it yet. But I'll be on the lookout for when it comes. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the video for today, you guys. If you like what you see on the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on X at Terrell352. Till the next video, I'm out.